How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to take a quick look at Shaman. my one of my friend's least favorite characters. This is gonna be fun. So, alright everybody, we are going to go over some Shaman. Alright, I hope you all are ready. Strap yourselves in. Shaman is one of those characters that feels like she has everything. So, she has a bleed attack, which if you press to heavy, press light attack, you can actually change the direction that you want this. Now once this is up, any attack, any light attack will actually heal you. And while the bleed is active, if you press movement and guard break, you'll do 50 damage on a bite. Now, this obviously can be sidestepped, and if you press back and X, you can also enter the stance. And this can actually be feinted, as you can see here. And the back one can also be feinted. So if you have your opponent bleeding and you think they're going to move, feint it and then go for it. Now when they're not bleeding, she does a headbutt here that can wall splat. So obviously you want them to be bleeding, as I'm showing and displaying here. Now if you ever were to miss this, you can actually go for another one by repeating pressing X again, and it will go for another one. Any heavy finisher from the left side will actually be unblockable. So if you were to do that from any other side, it wouldn't be unblockable. It does do 40 damage on the unblockable. Does 32 from the right side. And does 32 from the top. So left side is her strong side. And upon landing a light attack, if you do it from the same direction again, it speeds it up. It says all it does is speed it up, but it seems like it makes it guaranteed, if we're going to be honest. And she also has the heavy trick, where during a heavy, you can guard break. Now, why this is so good, especially on a character like Shaman, is when your opponent's bleeding, if you land a guard break and you throw them, it guarantees your bite. Which means so long as your opponent's bleeding, this is a very viable mix-up. Now, not only is it a viable mix-up, but if you let that heavy fly, that's 40 damage they just ate. So they have to think, do I want to get bitten for 50? Do I want to get hit for 40? I mean, I've even seen, Shaman just do this and take the health. It's free health. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it's free health. So you also have to watch out for that. Now, she also, in addition to having these, and this will do the same kind of headbutt thing as well, and she has a lot of range on these things. She also has a back attack. So if you hit the right trigger for your heavy, chooses, a side. So unlike conventional means, she can actually choose what side she wants to attack. Kind of like Orochi's back. Now, she can also do this going forward. As you can see here. And same with many other characters, this travels very far. She can jump very, very far when she's doing these. She also has the assassin dodge attacks, but hers are heavy attacks and do 20 damage. Now, if you want to apply bleed normal, you can't just cancel it like a PK. On your second heavy attack, if it lands, if it's blocked, I don't think it works, I don't know. You can get the bleed. And as I said, you can choose any direction. I think you can probably still do it even if it doesn't land. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But she can also, in addition to like doing stuff like that, and the funny thing is, if you're going up against an experienced shaman, she can do this all fucking day long. All day long. What are you gonna do about it? Like, it's even used for punishing. You go for an attack, she backsteps, she gets her 2 lights, you go for another attack, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're on the wall. She can cancel any heavy attack into the bleed. Well, once you hit the wall, why wouldn't she do that? And as I said, if you miss the bite, you press X and it'll go for a second bite. Most people know that, so they're going to try to dodge you. So they're not just going to try to give it to you. But it does do a crap load of damage, and if you get a guard break, it's guaranteed. So don't forget, any heavy, you can cancel. And off your second heavy, you can do that. And that's off any second heavy, I believe. So long as you throw another heavy attack. Which, if you do this, that can work, assuming they don't parry it. And don't forget, once they're bleeding, all your light attacks heal you. And doing the bite will also heal you. I forgot to mention that. She does have basically everything. When it really boils down to it, she has a lot. I mean, even her, the side attack isn't a light attack, so if you parry it, you only get, sorry, you only get a light attack off, which is pretty crazy. Now, we also will have to mention this. You have a opportunity, I suppose. Most people go for the light, guaranteed damage. She has a bleed damage on her deflect. Does 18 damage and causes bleed. And as you saw there, I showed a perfect opportunity of backdashing Jormungandr and punishing him with her backdash. As I was saying in my Jormungandr video, he suffers from T-Rex arms pretty severely, and that shows you right there. So all of her dash, punch, dash, attack, any of her dashing moves can be held and canceled. You can hold them for a while, so even if you think someone's gonna, like, you know, be afraid of it, you can actually hold it and then release it. So if you do this and then they dodge, just wait for them to finish dodging and then, you know, hit them. She's very, very good. Her light attacks are reasonably quick. Her heavies are good and can be canceled. Her heavies can be canceled into a guard break or a bleed from any direction, so you can change around the directions. In addition, I also failed to mention, her zone attack is like this. Now, if you do her zone attack and you tap light attack, there you go. Back in business. He's got bleed. I'm pretty sure she can also feint her zone if she wishes. Let me check. She can. She can feint the last attack. So that last attack, she can also apply bleed at any point. And the bite works from any direction of a guard break. So the other thing is, if you're in a gank and anyone applies bleed, PK, Nabushi, anything, you can pounce on that person. Now, note, if your teammates hit the opponent, you will fall off. Other than that, everybody, I think that's that wraps up her stuff. After a chain, you get it. Heavy opener, you can cancel it. Deflect, you get the bleed. I think that covers everything for her. She doesn't have a whole lot. She's a pretty easy character, but she's also very, very strong. She's a very strong assassin. Bleed and then getting health because the person's bleeding, being able to do a bite for 50 damage and gaining a ton of health back when she does it. It's very, very good. And to display how much health she gets back real quick, I will have to kill you first, unfortunately, because I do need you to survive the bleed. But this is fine if you continue to damage me. Let's take one more hit from him. Perfect. Alright. So it gives her half a bar of health. I thought it used to do more than that. Maybe it used to and they nerfed it. I'm not sure. But either way, that will conclude the Shaman quick tutorial. I'm sure there's other things that can be mixed up, so as always, if there are any Shaman mains in here, please let me know down below and I will pin the comment for anything I may have missed. Other than that, everybody, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.